Have you ever bought a vintage lacrosse stick and just completely forgotten you bought it? No? Well, it must just be me then. So I'm always on the lookout for sticks, and the last kind of, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, just been so busy, not really been kind of looking very much. Bought a couple of sticks, a couple of good ones, but this one I'd kind of completely forgotten about. So recently I took a delivery that came from ECD, and that's where I get a lot of my wooden sticks from, as I've mentioned in a previous video. They all get sent there. The guys there are good enough to package them up with stock orders that come for the store. And I must admit, I just completely forgot that I'd won this in an auction. And pleasantly surprised, because it's not quite what I thought it was. It's even better. So I managed to pick up a Lally Special. See the stamp in there, Lally Special. I've got a couple of extra specials, and this is the first Lally Special I've got. But have you noticed? It's a lefty. Never had a lefty stick before. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at the sticks behind me here. The wooden wall is on this side as opposed to that side. Literally every other stick I've got in my collection is set up as a righty stick. Now, a really well balanced wooden lacrosse stick, you can use lefty or righty, it doesn't really matter. But some makers actually made a lefty stick, so everything was opposite. You have the gut side wall here, wooden wall here, as opposed to wooden wall, gut side wall. And not only is it rare because it's a lefty, but finding a Lally Special in such amazing condition is pretty impressive, to say the least. I mean, there's like no damage to this, other than a tiny bit. But of a stick of this age, and I'm going to hazard a guess, it's kind of like, could be anywhere between like 19 and early 1900, or kind of maybe up to 1920s, maybe. I think it's closer to kind of like 1910. It's in great condition, apart from this little bit here on the gut, which is snapped. Yeah, it's still got the leather intact here. It's not kind of sprung out of shape too much, because you usually see that this goes, it starts bending outwards, then this kind of bends outwards, and it's just in really, really good shape. Very impressed with this. And I must admit, this, when it came, I kind of remembered what happened with this stick. So this one I actually found on eBay, and interestingly enough, it's actually got a name on the side here. You might not be able to see this, but in there, I think it says Peter Banks, and then Banks written underneath. Could be wrong, so I'm going to kind of use Uncle Google and see if Uncle Google knows anything about Peter Banks or Peter Banks. Maybe he owned a bank. I don't know. Maybe he was a banker. But maybe just had a double barrel name of Banks. But it's in great condition. And I found this on eBay. The same seller had another Lally's Special for sale, which had a much longer handle than this one. And I'd kind of forgotten about that. And I'd forgotten about this, and I lost one auction and kind of assumed I'd lost this auction. But I kind of buy a few things on eBay, collectibles, and kind of you just go, oh, we won that, pay. And you pay the sellers. And I must have just paid this, and it's gone off to ECD, and it has arrived with me. And what a nice stick. I'm very pleased with myself. Also kind of concerned that I'd forgotten all about buying it. But that kind of happens when you get a little bit of an obsession. But yeah, what a nice Lally Special, and a pleasure to add to the collection. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's Wood Stick Wednesday. Make sure you tune in next week, because there's another stick I'm going to be showing you guys that came along with this one, and with the signed Patterson stick that I showed you guys in the last video last Wednesday. So take care, see you soon.